But I apologize to you, Amanda. And it's not an age thing. It's just the fact that she's 39. I would have thought she was even younger. It's comparing it to the other ladies. I mean, most of them are in their 50s and 60s, and then you have a few outliers like Dorit is late 40s and I think Boz is like mid 40s. So, but she just comes in and she's reading season 6 Erica to me. She feels scrappy. And I mean that actually as a compliment. Like she don't care. And then that scene, we also don't know who you're talking to. But when Kathy Hilton, after being on Watch What Happens, and she says, some of the newbies, and it seems like Boz is having an issue with her, Kathy implied like she was having issues with the newbies. And when she says, read the room and know your place. I mean, I love that. I mean, is Amanda coming in and doesn't give a shit who Kathy Hilton is? I caution you, Miss Amanda. I wouldn't go against Kathy Hilton. I wouldn't go against Kris Jenner, and I wouldn't go against Kathy Hilton. But it seems like, I mean, who else could Kathy be talking about? Know your place. She's not saying that to Jennifer Tilly. She's not saying that to Sutton or her sister Kyle. I doubt she's saying it to Dorit. She could be because Dorit has this, but seems like she's saying it to her. So I just want to apologize. Amanda does have a mugshot. For this particular chat today, I have not researched that. I will look into that more. Amanda Frances McKinney, she has a mugshot. So I like it. It is like Erica season 6, and now look at Erica, but I think she's going to turn. She don't care about Hilton. She don't care about Sutton. She's just going to be herself. So I think that is a great line. The husband's hot. I think she's going to be a breath of fresh air in this franchise just because she doesn't, I mean, Vanderpump does it a certain way, darling. And this girl is like, whatever. It's new money. Yeah, she's an entrepreneur in a book. And yeah, like I understand, and make no mistakes, to me, it's Kyle and Sutton and Hilton and Tilly that have real money. I don't think Rachel Zoe has real money like that. She runs a business. She does very well for herself. I mean, I'm saying in the grand scheme of the world, all these people are doing very well. I haven't lost touch with that. I'm not an idiot. I'm just saying, like, to me, Kyle has like fuck you money. No, Amanda's like working for her money. She has bought Kyle's starter house. I just think, like Kathy, they don't understand. Like you could make money from a book and this and that. She's an entrepreneur. I don't think I also could question where all the money comes from, like I do with PK and Dorit. But it's just a different modern world, and I think she's going to be great. I love that Tilly and Sutton are fighting. I mean, I'm sorry. I talked earlier about like what is Garcelle? How much Garcelle feel about Kyle's coming out? This scene where Jennifer says, "I'm not even talking about that," and Sutton says, "Please stop," and Jennifer gets up and she says under her breath, "That's why Garcelle left because it's always all about Sutton." I mean, I love this. Tilly and Sutton are fighting, but I mean, I'm sorry, Garcelle is over and she's doing great in her life and she's doing so well at interviews. She too is so media savvy, but I'm sorry. Garcelle, you have to have some opinion about Kyle's coming out, and you gotta have an opinion that Jennifer Tilly is saying this because that is why you left, and you aren't gonna ever speak to Sutton again, and it is always about Sutton, and I like Sutton, but how great that we're bringing up Garcelle and Tilly is not wrong. So I love that. Um, I love it. And what else? Oh, and then I love towards the end. And Rachel wants her hot girl summer, but she's not getting it. But at the end, Dorit and Erica are fighting. Well, I guess we know. I mean, it makes Erica's life easier, right? You don't have to work. Look, Sutton's life should be easier now, right? I mean, the fact that, she doesn't have to go between Garcelle and Kyle. You could just kiss Kyle's ass, Sutton. It's okay. And must make Erica's life easier, right? She could just be with Kyle too now that she's fighting with Dorit. But Erica versus Dorit, I did not have this on my bingo card at all. Oh, and by the way, there's a lot of like, we don't know anything about this girl and she doesn't open up. They could be talking about Sutton, but I love when it's like Dorit and Kyle. So they're still having their issues where she's like, do you remember? And she's like, I remember. And then she's outside. Oh, and Kyle also says, you're lying. And you know what doesn't lie? The cameras. She could be talking to Dorit. She could be talking to Sutton. It seems like she's talking to Amanda. But after she just had this fight with Kyle, and Dorit is outside to Kathy, and Dorit doesn't care either about Kathy, and she's like, I mean, maybe Kathy's saying to Dorit, read the room and know your place. Well, Dorit ain't having that if she's talking to her and she's outside and she's like, the days of me sitting there, grinning and bearing it, swallowing it and taking it, those days are fucking over. So she has no problem standing up to Kathy. And then this final scene where she's fighting with Erica and she's saying, Erica says, I think, I'm just like reflecting on this because this is a three-way thing, and you don't really know what she's talking about. And Dorit says, Erica, I'm not gonna do this. And Erica says, I'm not gonna stop talking, Dorit. And she says, come on, ladies. And she says, all right, let's go, girls. And Erica says, I'm not going anywhere. And Dorit says, I am. So go fuck yourselves under her breath. So, Dorit and Erica, it's happening. They're fighting, and I don't know what they're fighting over, but I kind of like. Look, Erica's got to get in there. She's had a few easy seasons. I don't know. Read the room and know your place. She could be talking to Dorit. She could be talking to. I don't think she would talk to Dorit. I think Kathy is gonna get into it with Amanda Frances, and she don't care. And Dorit's not gonna stop talking. I loved this trailer. I loved it. I'll look into the mugshot and exactly what it's for. I think it's going to be a great season of RHOBH. I'm excited. I know a lot of you feel it's boring. I feel if this Amanda Frances, from the vibes I'm getting from the franchise, I'm going to predict early on that I think you guys are going to be very torn on Rachel. And lots of people are going to love her and lots of people aren't. I think if this Amanda Frances just don't give a shit and she's like chain smoking Dorit 2.0, like when she was driving down that hill, I think you guys might really like her. I it seems to me like this is Salt Lake. It seems like everyone is kind of pulling their weight, and there's not a lot of drama about Sutton other than she's fighting about with Tilly. And I mean, I'm sure she appreciates that now that she's watching it and she hears the hot mic moment and we're referring to Garcelle. But I don't give it 10 out of 10. I just said that with Salt Lake. I give the trailer a 9.8. I think I'm biased because it's a bunch of rich people. And maybe if this were New York or Potomac or the OC and it was the same trailer, I'd be bored. I could see why you guys would be bored. I loved it. I'm biased. I cannot wait for Beverly Hills to come back. Hey, I have been really positive lately. I don't know what's gotten into me. Is it the holidays? Love you all. Slip into the comments. What did you guys think of this week's Salt Lake? And what did you guys think of this RHOBH trailer? Dorit versus Erica, Sutton versus Tilly, Kyle's coming out, Amanda doesn't care, Kathy's telling people to read the room, Boz had a health scare, it seems. I loved it. Let's talk about it. I cannot wait December 4th. And buy tickets to our live show. We are in the 1 week countdown. Our live show is in a week and 2 days. BravoCon is next weekend. I don't know what we're going to do for BravoCon. We'll do something special. I love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.